Afghanistan. Afghanistan. Good evening. Welcome to the March 11th, 2026 Wednesday edition. I'm Scott Leisure. I am ecstatic that each and every one of you have taken some time to be here this Wednesday. Or maybe you watch on Thursday, and it's technically Thursday edition. Or you watch on Saturday, and it's Saturday edition. I don't know. I'm just happy that you are here as we spend 20 or so minutes unraveling some of my creativity, some of my views, some of my opinions, and we all get together and exercise some of our freedoms, right? We all still have some freedoms, don't we? I think we enjoy a lot more freedoms here in the US than in a lot of places in the world. And I think that a lot of people that live here have forgotten that. Everyone's favorite weekly podcast Wednesday edition wouldn't even exist in Russia or North Korea or China. Check this out. Freedom House is an independent, nonpartisan watchdog organization headquartered in Washington, D.C. It is dedicated to expanding and defending democracy and human rights worldwide. Founded in 1941, it was created to bring awareness to the fascist threat of the Nazi Party. The website reads this: Freedom House is founded on the core conviction that freedom flourishes in democratic nations where governments are accountable to their people. Well, that sounds really nice, doesn't it? Now, the reason I bring up this organization is that since 1973, it has issued a Freedom in the World report. And in this report, it issues freedom scores. These scores measure the real world enjoyment of political rights and civil liberties. It measures freedom. In doing a read through of the scores this week, my take is that I'm glad that I don't live in a lot of places in the world. Places like Tibet, Sudan, Syria, and Afghanistan. These countries all had scores under 10. No surprise. Finland scored a 100, Canada a 97, Costa Rica 91, Ireland a 97, and Japan a 96. Russia came in at a 12, and the United States of America, well, we came in at an 84. I mean, that's still a B, right? It's better than a 12. The Wednesday edition approval rating, it continued to dip again last week, falling from a 150 something the week before to like a 145 last week. Now, I would think that Wednesday edition would score higher than an 84 on the freedom score, though, wouldn't you? Either way, we gave our best. Every week we give our best. And in that, we find our true approval. Amen for freedom and amen for effort. I think those of you in the inner Wednesday edition circle would agree when I say that I'm a pretty open guy when it comes to people expressing their freedoms. You do you, right? Now, I might drive my car down a different street And I might not always 100% agree with 100% of the things that people do 100% of the time. But I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it. As long as you're not hurting anyone or breaking the law, I might shoot you a glare or shake my head in dismay. And I might even verbalize my disagreement. But I feel like I encourage in expressing freedoms and I encourage being an individual. You can listen to whatever music you want. You can wear whatever you want to wear. You can vote however you want to. And you can eat whatever you want to. And I also have the freedoms to do the same, right? I express a lot of my freedoms and my life choices here on Wednesday edition. And in doing so, I also try to provide information that I personally have found beneficial in some capacities in my life. Information that I want to pass on to the Wednesday edition community in hopes that it helps you in some way as well. You see, I want to help you as much as you help me, and helping you helps me. Is everyone catching my drift? I want all of us happy, healthy, and free. Can I get a kumbaya? I think we can all agree that one freedom that we all share is the freedom of choice. More specifically, our choices as to what things we put in our body. Remember, the United States did only score an 84 on the freedom score. You don't have complete freedom of what you're putting in your body. You just don't. You can only do your best. California Proposition 65, also known as the Safe Drinking Water and Toxic Enforcement Act of 1986, requires businesses to warn Californians about significant exposures to chemicals causing cancer, birth defects, or reproductive harm. It restricts toxic discharges into water sources and mandates clear warnings for products, workplaces, and rentals. So, in abiding by Prop 65, McDonald's has to post warning signs. These signs basically read something like, warning, chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer or birth defects or other reproductive harm may be present in the food or beverages sold or served here. As I stated, I'm not here to tell you that you should not exercise your freedom of choice by wanting to eat McDonald's. I'm simply here providing you with information. I myself do not choose to eat McDonald's, and that's okay. And just so everyone knows, the information I found in my research in regards to human meat found in McDonald's food proved inconclusive. But there are some stories out there, including someone in Japan apparently finding a tooth in a French fry. It's not just McDonald's. Any place mass producing food is probably going to have some ingredient or an ingredient in an ingredient that is in some way going to cause you harm. I think we can all accept that fact if we already haven't. In doing my reading, I found a report citing that glyphosate was found in 39 out of 44 restaurant food samples tested at chains like Panera, Dunkin' Donuts, Papa John's, and Olive Garden, just to name a few. Now, this is no shock to anyone. Seriously. For those of you who are uninformed, glyphosate is Roundup, basically. Bad stuff, my friends. This report also found the highest glyphosate levels in conventional whole grain or multigrain foods, usually considered to be a healthy choice, right? All we can really do is read our labels. Here is a simple rule: the less words in the ingredients, the better. United States agriculture relies heavily on glyphosate as there aren't many alternatives. There also aren't many domestic producers of glyphosate. So, what does that mean? It means we get our glyphosate from China. If China were to shut off our glyphosate supply, it would seriously cripple United States agriculture. 97% of corn produced in the United States needs glyphosate. And you thought that your biggest worry was Iranian sleeper cells. Sleeper cells. Part of the problem that feeds the machine is that most Americans are lazy. In 2023, McDonald's generated approximately $25 billion in revenue. You can drive by a McDonald's at any time of the day, and there will be 2 or 3 cars in the drive-thru. And the number of cars at a Chick-fil-A or a Taco Hell is twice that number. McDonald's sells approximately 75 hamburgers per second, which equates to roughly 2.4 billion burgers a year. Have we forgotten how to cook at home? Have we forgotten how to shop for ingredients and how to care for ingredients? Cooking at home is vital. But as we discussed, if you want to sit in your car at a drive-thru with 8 other cars, pull up to the window, swipe your card, get your sack of glyphosate and shove it in your face, you do you. You could have at least paid cash. Don't forget, Cash Friday is in 2 days. Do your part to help keep cash in circulation. Stop by the ATM on Friday, get some cash for the weekend, and spend it at a local business or with an artist. Every week, people. Every week. Cooking at home is almost ritualistic. It helps people with time management by teaching them how to multitask. It helps people with cognitive skills by having to read and understand recipes and strategies. It can help problem solving and adaptability skills. You see, cooks often have to think outside of the box, having to adjust recipes based on flavor, mistakes, or even missing ingredients. It teaches us patience and flow. Many tasks like simmering sauces or kneading dough are rhythmic, and they demand a level of focus that acts as a form of meditation. I find it can also help me reduce stress just through creative expression. I mean, it is culinary art, right? It has emotional, it has psychological benefits, it builds your self esteem, and it brings you pride. And we all need that. It develops resilience. It helps us to embrace mistakes. And maybe sometimes we might have to eat a less than amazing meal in the name of learning. I feel its biggest impact, though, is on your overall health and well being. You see, cooking at home gives you better control over nutrition, portion sizes, and ingredient quality. Amen for feeding your body. Every day, we have to fight the fight to do the next right thing, to maybe let one car over in traffic or not. We have to daily remember to drink enough water. We need to remember to get our bills paid, to enjoy our family and friends. And we all want to enjoy our freedoms, right? It's bad enough that we have all of this yuck going on all of the time. Iran, ICE, protests, government corruption, healthcare costs, gun violence, cyber attacks, and for some of you out there, climate change. Oh, yeah. And then there's always Epstein, who they are now saying might have even known something about the planning of COVID. Remember COVID? Okay, okay, okay. It's just a rumor about Epstein. But documents released in the files from 2015 and 2017 reveal correspondence between Epstein and other individuals that included references to preparing for pandemics and involving organizations like the World Health Organization. Oh, and there is that relationship he had with Bill Gates. Can you believe it has been only 6 years since COVID? It seems like it was 20 years ago. Or is that just me? Remember March 13th, 2020, Friday the 13th, when everything started shutting down. And then they canceled March Madness. Remember? They seriously canceled March fucking Madness. Unbelievable. I think we should just blame everything on Epstein at this point, even if he really is dead. Or maybe we should all just dial it back a little. Find a recipe online, head to Sprouts, buy some real ingredients, and cook ourselves a healthy, nutritious, and fulfilling meal. Or maybe even take it a step further and prep our breakfasts for a week on a Sunday afternoon. What's the worst that is going to happen? You learn some resilience, you practice some meditation, you might even discover a creative side of you that you didn't know was there. Is it really that outside of the box to know what went into your meal? If any of the Wednesday edition community would like any help or suggestions about cooking at home, message me. If any of you need a recipe, Message me. Even if any of you just want to bug me for a free t-shirt, message me. COVID, McDonald's, glyphosate, freedoms, resilience, and good home-cooked meals. Not bad for a Wednesday. All we can do is give our best. Isn't that what we preach? If I gave my best, that's the best I can do. I gave my best this week to bring you 20 to 30 minutes. I mean, we're at 21 minutes right now of Wednesday edition. I gave my best to bring you some information that you might not have heard, some ideas that you might not have had, and some views that might cause you to look at something differently. And maybe I brought you a little bit of inspiration and motivation. If nothing else, I gave my best to bring you a 20-minute escape from the mundane and a glimpse at the world through my eyes. Thank you, as always, for allowing me to rant, ramble, and exercise one of my creative endeavors with you. I do really hope you take something from it each week. I really do. It's a passion, and it's something that brings me a bit of peace and serenity each week. We all need that, right? Amen for peace and serenity. Help keep Cash alive this week and Google these 3 things, okay? Number 1, Google Freedom House Freedom Scores. Check out some of these scores and remember the numbers the next time that you think that you don't have any freedoms. Number 2, Google McDonald's health benefits. Go ahead. I dare you. It'll be a short search, I know that. Number 3, Google a recipe. Find your favorite dish, the one you like to order when you're out to eat. Google the recipe and learn to create it for me, please. Remember, the price we pay for associating with the wrong people is enough reason for us to be stricter about who we keep in our circles, right? Ronald McDonald might look like a fine chap to include in your circle, but he's not. Ronald is a bad man. Beware and stay away. He's a clown. Need I say more? Okay. It's that time of the week again. The top 5 songs from March 11th, 1989. I did learn in my research this week that Cops also premiered on March 11th, 1989. Amen for Cops. Let's do this. Number 5, Paradise City, Guns N' Roses. Should have been higher. It should have been higher. So far away. Okay, you know Guns N' Roses. You know Paradise City. 1 for 1. Number 4, Ronnie from Bobby Brown. Yeah, no. I mean, I listened to it. I did. You can be my guest. I just couldn't go with it. Sorry, Bobby Brown. 1 for 2. Number 3, You Got the Right Stuff, New Kids on the Block. I mean, it's the New Kids. We can't really bag on the New Kids, can we? I'm giving Donnie Wahlberg a pass. 2 for 3. The number 2 song from March 11th, 1989. The Living Years, Mike and the Mechanics. Mike Rutherford from Genesis branched off and formed a band. Big hit, cool song, 3 for 4. And the number one song from March 11th, 1989, Lost in Your Eyes, Debbie Gibson. Really? Really? Debbie Gibson with the number one song on this week's edition of Wednesday Edition? Come on. It should have been Paradise City or even Mike and the Flippin' Mechanics. 3 for 5. Sad countdown this week. Thank God for the rest of the podcast. Apologies for the countdown. I don't know what happened there. Cook a meal this week. Practice some resilience. Step outside of the box. Drink your water. Avoid the drive-through. Do the speed limit. Don't smoke crack. And don't get trafficked. Wednesday edition. Every Wednesday, 5 p.m. only on YouTube and scottleisure.com. Subscribe to the YouTube and message me if you want a free t-shirt. Send me a picture of your food creation this week, and maybe I will send you 2 free t-shirts. Thank you again. Remain vigilant, remain safe, eat your protein, and make it a good week. Thank you. Amen. And good night.